game. 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Seahawks offense and Geno Smith headed back out for this next possession. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback. Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Here comes Carter. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off of play action, here's Smith. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That's Zach Pickens in there to finish that play off. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Geno going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Working out of the gun, Williams. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, and they go with Swift again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. To throw, Williams. And that is incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fan. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Charbonnet will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done? But they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Throwing is Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air, Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
As far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Swift will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12. Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. On the return, Carter. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. They'll go play action here with Williams. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Williams. That's complete right side to Kmet. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Here comes 3rd down and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. His 10th rushing touchdown now on the year, number 12 overall. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Santos now to add the PAT. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the fourth as the kick is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Play action. It's Smith. That is taken in by the tight end fan. Look at the big fella go. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Charbonnet will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Henderson will score. Touchdown, Seattle. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And this will be a Bears first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Charbonnet. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, again to Charbonnet. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Smith. They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Bears down by 7, 1:36 to go. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So with no timeouts and where the football is on the field, now they're in a really tough spot.
Because a field goal finishes them, right? If they give up 3, it's over, let alone trying to get the ball back. You're exactly right. Very difficult situation. All they can do is go all out when the ball's snapped and try and pop it free and get it back for themselves.
Down to a knee, here goes Smith, and that should all but do it. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end.